Hey looters, what's up? Today we are going to review several new free games available on Steam. Without further ado, let's get down to it. Today we are blasting off into the far future as the alien treasure hunters Millie and Meringue. Strap in, because the game throws you straight into the wreckage of Earth, a planet long abandoned, and your mission is to dig up its forgotten relics. The controls feel slick, WAS to roam, mouse to aim, click to fire, but what really sets this title apart is its weapon variety. 20 unique guns let you tailor your playstyle, from rapid-fire pistols to heavy plasma cannons, keeping every run fresh. Combat is frantic. Monsters swarm the battlefield, and keeping Meringue alive adds a tense layer of strategy. When you finally wipe out an enemy, the loot you earn fuels permanent upgrades, making you stronger for the next wave. It's a grind, but the payoff is satisfying. Each upgrade feels like a real upgrade to your arsenal. The visuals are a vibrant mix of neon and rusted alien tech, and the soundtrack pulses with futuristic energy. If you're into fast-paced shooters that reward smart upgrades and varied weapon choices, this alien treasure hunt is a stellar addition to your library.
The causes of nihilism.
Imagine stepping into a labyrinth that stretches for 290 levels, each one a wildly different world, ancient temples, neon-lit cyberpunk streets, even a kingdom that feels like a cathedral of light. One man built it in Unreal Engine 5, and he packed it with everything you could dream of in a roguelike. Brutal, unforgiving combat that lets you double jump and eventually fly, a massive arsenal from swords to guns to magic, and a handful of minigames that feel oddly like a card deck or a tank simulator. The soundtrack alone is a 30-gig library of everything from lo-fi beats to Eastern chants, and every line of dialogue is voiced by 11 Labs AI, giving the game a surprisingly cinematic feel. What sets it apart is the philosophical side quest. Hit a button and you're flung into a stream of Nietzsche, Plato, Shakespeare, literature, and theology read aloud. It's a weird, almost parody-like commentary on the death of God, wrapped in a religious story that pits you against figures like Buddha, Jesus, and Sophia. Blood, gore, dismemberment, and a brutal difficulty curve keep you on edge, while the game's free release makes it accessible to anyone curious. It's chaotic and over the top, but for those who love a deep dive into the absurd, this indie juggernaut offers a unique blend of gameplay, lore, and philosophy that's hard to find anywhere else. Picture a world where every tuna can is a stepping stone and every toy a pulse of rhythm. In this 3D side-scrolling puzzle adventure, the art style feels like a hand-painted storybook, yet the gameplay keeps your brain on its toes. You start in the bright, breezy kingdom of canned tuna, learning to slide those cans into place, then jump into the neon-lit, toy-filled realm of toys where timing and rhythm rule. The forest of Cottonip pulls you into a mind-bending perspective shift. Look at the world from a new angle to spot hidden paths and the elusive Nero. What really sets this game apart is its emotional core. Olive's journey through the underworld isn't just about solving puzzles. It's a bittersweet tale of goodbye and reunion, wrapped in a visual style that feels both whimsical and haunting. And when you die, the game doesn't throw you into a break screen. It simply respawns you right where you fell, keeping the tension alive without breaking the flow. If you're looking for a game that blends clever puzzles with a heartfelt story, this is one you can't afford to miss. Picture yourself standing in a crumbling city, a silent cube clinging to your side, pulling you forward and back. That's Don't Let Go, a quiet, atmospheric 3D action adventure that trades flashy combat for tense puzzle solving and a haunting story. The Birmingham City University team has turned a simple idea, a symbiotic cube that can be thrown, grown, and used to navigate a labyrinth, into a compelling emotional journey. The pacing is deliberate. Each new church you revisit feels like a breath of fresh power, but also a heavier anchor. The cube's growth is a double-edged sword. It unlocks new heights, yet it threatens to trap you in its own weight. Combat is clever, forcing you to think about where to toss the cube to knock back enemies or break through ancient barriers. Visuals are atmospheric, with muted tones that amplify the sense of isolation, while the sound design is subtle but effective, letting silence speak louder than any soundtrack. In the end, escaping the city feels less like a victory and more like a bittersweet farewell to a friend you can't leave behind. For those who appreciate mood over mayhem, Don't Let Go is a memorable, if slightly frustrating, experience. Hey pinball fans, let's talk Sicaria Pinball, a digital tribute to Italy's third largest pinball maker of the 70s and 80s. It offers over 140 tables, more than 35 faithful recreations of classic Sicaria machines, each lit with modern glow, shadows, and reflections that bring the tables to life. The free time machine table is a quick intro, and the retro version unlocks by the community. Try them all in trial mode, or tackle the 42-table story mode for 45 achievements and leaderboard bragging rights. VR support turns your living room into an arcade. Just add the VR DLC. Multiplayer lets you hot seat up to 4 players or go online, keeping the golden age vibe. Choose from arcade, simulation, or custom physics, and tweak cameras for your preferred view. Whether you're chasing original sounds or battling zombies on a custom table, Sicaria Pinball delivers authenticity, depth, and endless replay. Spin that ball and let the legacy roll. Welcome to the latest chapter in the MU saga, MU Dark Epic. From the first half, you're thrown into a world that feels both fresh and nostalgically familiar. The graphics hit hard, with cinematic lighting and fluid animations that make each character model feel alive. The dynamic costumes aren't just a visual treat, they're a deep customization system that lets you tailor your look to your playstyle. Class selection stays true to the classic lineup, but the branching paths now let you switch classes mid-campaign, giving you the flexibility to experiment without losing progress. That's a huge plus for players who crave variety. Combat is fast-paced and rewarding. Raid a dungeon with friends, build a guild, and dive into PvP arenas in Rolling City where every skirmish feels intense. The new AFK leveling system is a game changer. Loot continues to roll even when you're away, letting you stack experience and gear effortlessly. Speaking of gear, the drop system is a revelation. Regular mobs now drop high-quality items, and the 300% drop boost makes upgrading to plus 13 a realistic goal. Combine that with a free trade auction house that rewards you for smart buying and selling, and you've got a monetization model that feels fair, not pay to win. At its core, Dark Epic delivers the classic MU experience, rich lore, engaging battles, and that unmistakable sense of adventure, while polishing every element for modern mobile play. If you're looking for an MMO that respects its roots but pushes forward, this is the game to log into. Welcome to the world of Pimpit, the ultimate 3D car tuning and customization simulator that's powered by Unreal Engine 5. From off-road trucks to sleek sports coupes, the game offers a massive library of real-world vehicles that you can transform piece by piece. Every bumper, hood, and spoiler is fully adjustable, and the livery editor gives you over 500 decals, wraps, and 3D design elements to make your ride truly one of a kind. What really sets Pimpit apart is the level of detail in its real-time rendering. The visuals feel polished and realistic, and the instant feedback loop means you can see exactly how a new body kit or paint job will look before you commit. The interface is clean, though a few early adjustments feel a bit clunky. A minor tweak would make the workflow feel even smoother. The game also encourages community by letting you save and share your custom cars in a virtual garage. And with the upcoming leaderboard and garage features, you'll have a place to showcase and compete against other enthusiasts. All in all, Pimpit delivers a deep, engaging tuning experience that's accessible to beginners yet rich enough for seasoned tuners. If you love customizing cars and want a sandbox that feels both creative and realistic, Pimpit is definitely worth a spin. In Umbral Crown, Mark, you're thrust into the shadowed halls of a fortress that has a single, chilling request: infiltrate Pandemonium and bring down Wrath, the traitorous sea dragon. The game feels like a short, atmospheric horror adventure, blending RPG mechanics with a visual novel feel. You only need about 2 hours to reach an ending, but the story branches into 5 distinct conclusions, so replaying is a smart move if you want to see every twist. The visuals are a standout, rich, hand-drawn backgrounds and detailed CGs that bring the grim world to life, while the soundtrack swells with tension. Gameplay is straightforward: explore, solve puzzles, make choices that affect the narrative. It's light on combat, but heavy on mood, so expect a slow burn scare rather than instant gore. If you're sensitive to blood, death, or even a hint of BL content, keep that in mind. All in all, Umbral Crown Mark offers a compact, haunting experience that rewards curiosity and choice. Whether you're chasing one ending or all 5, you'll find yourself immersed in a world where every corridor feels like a new chapter in a dark, unfolding legend. Shadows Grove pulls you into a quiet, haunting world where grief feels like a second skin. From the moment you meet Astrid, the young spirit guide, you're drawn into her struggle to move on after losing her best friend, Aerie. The game doesn't just tell this story, it lets you live it, switching seamlessly between Astrid's human form and her wolf shape as you navigate the Valley of Souls. Every corridor and clearing feels handcrafted, a blend of eerie beauty and tangible danger. The puzzles are clever, forcing you to think about how Astrid's magic and Aerie's strength can work together to shift the environment. When you finally confront the corrupted spirits, the combat feels satisfying. Each enemy requires a different combination of spell and bite, keeping you on your toes. What really sets Shadows Grove apart is its soundtrack. The music swells with sorrow and hope, echoing the emotional beats of loss, connection, and discovery. It's the kind of score that stays with you long after the game ends. Though this is a student project from DigiPen, the polish is impressive. The art, gameplay, and storytelling mesh into a cohesive, moving experience. If you're looking for an action-adventure that's as emotionally resonant as it is challenging, give Shadows Grove a try. It's a reminder that sometimes, letting go is the bravest path forward. Welcome to the most brutal sequel you've ever seen. Over 30 levels of pure, unrelenting chaos line up before you, each one a step up from the original's legendary difficulty. The controls are intentionally simple, just tap, swipe, or press, and yet the game demands precision, timing, and a stubborn streak of patience. Every mistake feels heavy, because one wrong move can erase your progress, erase the game, and leave you staring at a fresh, unforgiving screen. The new mechanic throws a wrench into the mix. You're hunting for 10,000 kills, and each one adds pressure. The tension builds as the levels get tighter, the enemies smarter, and the puzzles tighter. It's a relentless grind, a test of skill and willpower that will make you question why you're even playing. If you're ready to embrace madness, to push your limits, and to battle the universe's hardest challenge, this sequel is your arena. Grab your controller, brace yourself, and dive into the chaos. The hardest game in the universe is waiting, and it's not going to be easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. See you next time.